Hi, business math students. I just want to go through your final project for quarter four with you guys, and I'm gonna talk about different things and go through it on your end, and we'll kind of go from there. But first off, I do want to thank everyone for making it through quarter three, handing in your assignments, putting in a lot of effort. I really appreciate it, and I hope you can continue with that effort through this project. It's going to be spaced out a little differently. I'll explain that a little further into this video, but hopefully it won't be too overwhelming. Okay, so we made it to our business math final project, and here's kind of the objective of the project. So congratulations, you made it through business math. Now it's time to put your real world knowledge to the test in the completion of 4 challenges. So part one is going to be buying a car, part two is buying a house, part three is planning a vacation, and part four is the final reflection. So let's go a little more in detail for each of the parts. Okay, so part one is buying a car. So part A, and it's going to be the first assignment, and it's going to be due first, but I'll go through the due dates a little bit later. It's going to be the debate of buying versus leasing a car. So you're going to be writing out an essay debating whether or not it's better to buy a car or lease a car. So this is a total opinion-based essay. Let me open it up. So if you open up the link, and again, this will all be posted on Classroom as well for you to, get different copies of it. Um, so buying versus leasing a car. So one of the largest debates people have is whether or not to buy a car or is it better to lease a car. So for me, I am currently leasing a car because I love it and I get a brand new car every 2 to 3 years. Now, if you talk to Mrs. Schroeder, she would tell you to always buy a car. So now it's kind of up to you to decide which opinion option is better. You guys might already have an opinion in mind, so feel free to write about it. So you're going to conduct your own research to find the pros and cons of both and then write out an essay declaring your standpoint. And you can use this guide below. Okay, so first you need to decide, is it better to buy a car or better to lease a car? And then you're going to follow the side that you're on to write out your essay. It is only 4 paragraphs. You can write it up on a Google Doc or a separate sheet of paper, whatever is easiest for you. I'm just going to go through the buying a car option, and you can read the leasing a car options very similar. So paragraph one is going to be your introduction paragraph. That's the same for both. Just give me an introduction, couple sentences, and make sure you state which choice you believe is better within that paragraph. Then paragraph two, you're going to state 3 positives for buying a car. So if you like buying a car, think that's better, make sure you tell me the 3 reasons why in the second paragraph. Then in paragraph three, you got to kind of do your counterclaim or state the 3 reasons why you shouldn't lease a car or 3 negatives against leasing a car. So now you're going against the other side and why that's bad. And then paragraph four is just your conclusion paragraph. Okay, so this is going to be, like I said, on a Google Doc, or if you'd rather write it out and send me a picture, that's fine too. Okay, there will be an assignment for that on Classroom. All right, so that's part A, and that's going to be due within the first week. Again, we'll get to those due dates. Part B is then purchasing my first car. You're going to buy a car, calculate the cost, and organize your information into a spreadsheet, and then presentation. So I'm going to open up the directions for that. All right, so congratulations, you're going to buy your first car. Relatives helping you and helping you find different interest rates, etc. You're going to read this important information, then a little paragraph, and then I have step-by-step directions. So first, you're going to use the website to help you find a car. So if you go to the website, it's very easy to use. You're going to type in your brand, your model, whatever you're interested in. And then you're going to figure out how much it costs, including sales tax, okay? And I give you up top a limit you can't go over. You can't spend more than $30,000. So make sure the cost of the car plus tax is less than that, and I show you how to do that. And then you're going to start filling out some information in a Google Sheets spreadsheet. I literally give you step-by-step directions. It should be pretty easy. And then I also show you a picture of what it's going to look like. You're going to use bankrate.com to find a cheap interest rate. So if you go to bankrate.com, you're going to change this to be new purchase, all terms, we're going to just say you have a good credit score, and then you're going to type in your zip code, and using the websites. Oh, I would hit see results. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Let's do a different one. Different zip code. Oh. Oh, that's because I need to be a new purchase. There we go. Maybe, I don't know. Okay. Um, if this is funky for you, just let me know and I will give you an interest rate to use, or just use my interest rate that I have on my example. I'm not sure why that's being funky, but I'm not gonna waste time. But again, if it's an issue for you, just use the one I used from KeyBank, 60 months, 4.49%. Okay, and then I give you more directions with an exact formula to type in. So make sure yours looks just like mine, like meaning all the information is in the correct cells, etc. Again, I have pictures. You're going to calculate different interest amounts, and this is going to be due next. All right, so business math. So that's part one, buying a car. Then we're going to move on to part two, buying a house. So the first project of buying a house is you're going to do some house comparisons across the United States. Um, so when you open up the direction sheet, you have to choose one of the three options below or something similar. And you're finding houses across the United States that are like about the same size with the exact same number of rooms and bathrooms. And you're going to compare the cost, okay? And then you're going to put it into, you're going to first fill out this on the Google Docs, and then you're going to put it into a slideshow. Let me just show you a quick example. I do have two examples attached, so feel free to use it. So they tell us which option they chose, and your goal is tell me what city it's in, what state it is, a little description. So if you're, into being the real estate, feel free to make the house sound better than it is, the cost and the size, and you're just going to go through it and compare. The last step is after you compare all the houses, I want you to come up with a theory of why certain cities are more expensive than others. So again, that's in the direction sheet. Then if we go on to the next part, it's going to be furnishing apartments. So you're going to use your ideas about couponing and that kind of thing. So basically, I want you to find 5 items for each room in an apartment. So 5 items for the kitchen, 5 items for the living room. Get me a picture, a cost. You want to be kind of realistic with it. I'm not saying buy appliances, but like for the kitchen, you want to maybe buy a dining room table, a toaster, a coffee maker, okay? The living room, you're going to buy a TV, a coffee table, whatever it is. And you have bathroom, bedroom 2, and then at the bottom here, we're going to use a coupon, we're going to do tax and that kind of thing. You got to stay within your budget. And that's buying a house. Then the third part is planning a vacation. So we have a planning a vacation worksheet for you to fill out with some information. So you have $4,000 to spend on this trip. You may go anywhere in the United States. No cruises in not Hawaii or Alaska because that's going to be super expensive. You're going to be traveling with someone else, a significant other. I gave you the dates, some websites, and then you're just going to go through and fill out the different costs. Where you're staying, what you're eating, forms of entertainment, etc. Okay, that first part's going to be due first before the second part, which is creating a presentation. And I give you an example of someone's presentation from last year, where they went, why they went, how they're going to get there, the 2 options, which one they chose, the hotel, the food, the forms of entertainment and the cost, and how much the total cost was in general. Okay, so feel free to use that. Where am I? All right, and then part 4 is a reflection. So you're going to create a Flipgrid video telling me all about what you liked, what you didn't like about this class, what could be better, what needs to be worked on, that kind of thing. I give you some things to talk about. Then I also list out all the topics we covered in class. So if you want to be specific about one, so you're going to post your initial reflection by that Monday, the June 8th, and then you're going to respond to at least 2 students by Friday. Here is the code and stuff. You guys are familiar with it. Remember, you need the app if you're working from your phone. If not, on the computer, it should pop right up. I will show you the link right here. There it is. I already posted my response for you guys to listen to, and then you're just going to add to that. And here we go. So I tried to break this up so it wouldn't be too stressful, keep you everything on track. And as always, please reach out to me with questions, comments, concerns, or help. Google Hangouts, Google email, whatever it is. Here are the due dates. So you are getting this assignment on Monday, April 20th, and the first assignment is the buy versus lease debate. It's going to be due on the 24th at 8 a.m. Then buying the car, Monday, May 4th at 8 a.m. Notice everything's due kind of on Mondays or Fridays at 8 a.m. So get it in by that day. I've pretty much given you a week to complete each of the assignments, which is plenty enough time to do them. And there's your rubric if you want to go further into how much these things are going to be worth. Please let me know if you have any questions. On Google Classroom, I'll set up different assignments for each of the due dates, so it'd be easier for you to turn them in that way, so you're not turning in everything at once. You turn them in as they're due. But please reach out if you have any questions. Thanks so much for listening.